Hey, friends. I'm afraid I don't have a movie to review this time, but hey, why not talk about some TV? Let's take a look at the TV guide, shall we? See what's on here. Looks like it's all reruns again for some reason. Oh, hey, I know. Easter is on the way, so why not take a look at some Easter specials? Now, we've talked about our old friends Rankin Bass before on this channel. The great team of Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass produced some of the most timeless holiday specials that are still beloved today. Things like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and The Year Without a Santa Claus, among many, many others. They also made a few live-action things. On the team producing these specials, besides Rankin and Bass themselves and the stars lending their voices to the characters, there was designer Paul Coker Jr. I remember him from seeing his cartoons in Mad Magazine. But he also worked on over a dozen of the Rankin & Bass specials, and it's Coker's designs that really sell the look of Rankin & Bass. His style is so distinctive, you can spot it 100 light years away, especially in the animated features Rankin & Bass put out, like Frosty the Snowman and 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Muray Laws contributed as well, and it was his music that gave Rankin & Bass its signature musical sound. But we only really know or remember a few of their specials. That's because the best ones, like Rudolph, the Little Drummer Boy, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, or Frosty, they were the ones that got played again and again every year. And some of their other lesser-known specials only got played 2 or 3 times, and others, frankly, were kinda crappy. Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, anyone? Man, that one is terrible. Well, Rankin & Bass didn't just do Christmas specials, no. They tried to branch out into other holidays or other times of the year. And that's what we're talking about this time. 3 of the lesser-known Rankin & Bass holiday specials. These ones for Easter. In no particular order, first up is The First Easter Rabbit from 1976. This is an animated cartoon, as opposed to the usual stop-motion animagic process Rankin & Bass normally employed. And this one is one I don't think I've ever seen before. Here, the great Burl Ives is back with us after playing Sam the Snowman in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Our story is set in what appears to be the Edwardian era, as so many of these 1970s productions seem to be. And a little girl gets a stuffed bunny rabbit for Christmas, but then she contracts scarlet fever, which is pretty dangerous at the time, and all her stuff has to be burned, including this rabbit. Fortunately, a fairy godmother type rescues the bunny with heavy references to the Velveteen Rabbit story. Moreover, the bunny has been chosen by someone, they don't say who, to become the first Easter bunny. He and some friends go to the North Pole, where April Valley is in eternal springtime, and it's here, with the help and advice of Santa Claus, that they make Easter eggs and other stuff for Easter. Of course, there's a villain named Zero, who's sort of a dollar store version of the Winter Warlock. And the doctor who treats the little girl gets to mack on the girl's single mom. So everyone is happy in the end. Except her dad, who's never mentioned, but we assume he's dead. Besides Burl Ives, Paul Frees, the man of 1,000 voices, is here, who previously voiced Burgermeister Meisterburger. We also have Don Messick, who was the voice of Papa Smurf, Scooby-Doo, and Boo Boo Bear, among a trillion other characters, and we even have Stan Freberg in the cast, too. Believe it or not, there is a vague continuity between some of the specials in the Rankin Bass universe, but this one apparently lies outside of the usual Rankin Bass continuity, circumventing the established history of Santa and the Isle of Misfit Toys. This one's a brisk 25 minutes, and the animation's pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as Frosty the Snowman, but really solid and colorful. Paul Coker's character designs are at their full power. An added treat is Burl Ives singing the famous Irving Berlin tune, Easter Parade. Next up is The Easter Bunny is Comin' to Town from 1977. This was Rankin Bass at the height of their powers, though again I don't think this one aired more than once or twice. The great Fred Astaire is back, reprising his role as the mailman S.D. Kluger from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and as he did in that special, throughout the story Astaire answers the common questions kids have about the main character, in this case, the Easter Bunny. We learn all about how he became the legendary Hopper, trading eggs from Kidville to the unhappy townsfolk in the gloomy town nearby. Not unlike Santa delivering toys made by the Kringles. And of course, there's a bad guy in the mountains to convert, like the Winter Warlock. And the real villain of the piece is the King's aunt, who doesn't like anything fun. Skip Hinnant plays Sonny the Easter Bunny, and if his voice sounds familiar, that's because he previously played Fritz the Cat in 2 animated features, and also appeared on the Electric Company as Fargo North Decoder. The animation is really solid, and this is one of the better looking specials in that regard, but it's not particularly memorable. Despite a new story with original elements, it still feels like a weak rehash of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, even down to apparently recycling the models of the town used in that special. They look pretty much identical. It's a shame because there are some good things here. Muray Laws provided a bouncy theme tune as well, though it's got to be said, most of the songs are forgettable. And finally, I saved the best for last. From 1971, the Rankin Bass production of Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Not gonna lie, I've always loved this one. Here, Peter Cottontail is in a contest to see who will be elected the next Easter Bunny. His main competition is an evil, bitter bunny named Iron Tail, because he has an iron tail. With the help of one Mr. Sassafras and some other friends, Peter must employ a time machine to help him deliver Easter eggs and win the contest. He journeys from holiday to holiday, trying to unload the eggs and defeat Iron Tail. Oh, this one. Well, the animation is not quite as polished as the Easter Bunny is Coming to Town. This one is imaginative as all get out. Danny Kaye plays Seymour S. Sassafras and Antoine, the pilot of the time machine. Casey Kasem plays Peter Cottontail. Paul Frees is with us again as other characters, and Joan Gardner, who voiced Tanta Kringle in Santa Claus is Coming to Town, as well as Tiny Tim and the Ghost of Christmas Past in Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, voices Bonnie the Bonnet and Esmeralda the Witch. She also was the writer on the classic horror schlocker The Beach Girls and the Monster from 1965. And Iron Tail? Well, who else could voice the scary Iron Tail but the one and only Vincent Price? That's right, Vincent Price is in this. This one is so much fun. It aired several times, and yet it's still one of the lesser-known offerings from Rankin Bass. And that's a crime. So by all means, acquaint yourself with this one as soon as possible. In fact, all 3 of these specials deserve another look. and are worthy of acquainting or reacquainting yourselves with very soon. You have yourselves a happy Easter, and I'll see you in the next video.